This week on MC Weekly episode number 8. The minions are finished. They're ready to go out. They'll be going out next month, the start of next month. The wagon parts are all, we had a load more wagon parts in for shot blasting. They are also done. The spindles are done. We were in the office as well a lot this week. Energy, big factor. They've been out. We've sort of had a talk with the providers about the energy. Sand pits are back filled in. More spindles are now finished in ductile, as well as the gutter parts. We had some jobs that have come in straight away. They're now also done. Top hats, in fact, they are top hats. If you want to see what they look like, head over to the YouTube channel. And I think that's it. I'm Jake, and this is my sarcastings.
And so it is Monday morning and we are back. So today we're going to be casting the SG jobs. We need to get them done. It's not a full cast unfortunately, but we can work around it and get them done so we can get them finished. We'll also be on the second pressure vessel. There's a couple of cores that are done. Well, David's already moulded, but obviously we've got to mould the hole outside of the body, which is going to be fun. Right, so where was that? So the pressure vessel, so we've started making it. We've also got a sample, a one-off of this little bad boy that we've got to do, which was off a 3D sample. It's just a standard back. But look, dead thin. Not really what you want, but we'll get it done. That's no problem. So obviously I've got to dig the sand pit back out as well again, which is going to be not too bad, because obviously now since the job has gone in, obviously you can see where it was nice and flat, and then all the sand's just, it was a nice square, it made it lovely, all flat, so the job sat flat. But now all the sands fell back in, so got to get that back out. But that can probably wait till tomorrow. So what we've got to cast is we've got to cast the rest of the spindles, because we haven't done them, they need to go out. And the post, which is in ductile, where I've got a couple of rings and little brackets and the manhole cover. Got more shot blasting that come in for wagon parts. So there's these ones, these are in aluminium. Welds are interesting on these, aren't they? Because they're thick. But they had like covers on that we had to take off, which were a pain. So what else? There's more that are already blasted, but they're all under them and moving them. But also got all of these. I think there's 100, according to the paper, there's 131, but we're going to have to count them, because there's meant to be 140 of the other brackets that are under that box, and there isn't, and there's them. They're alright, they're not bad. These things might fly around. As with the pressure of the shot, shoots out, doesn't it? So it can be a bit of a pain. We've also got the networks coming out today to run some tests, so hopefully that goes all right. Sort of in my head now going, what they're going to say, what they're going to do, this, that and the other, but it is what it is. We need to make some changes, but hopefully we don't have to, because obviously when we turn everything on, we draw a large amount of power, don't we? So especially with the furnace, obviously you've got compressors on, you've got shot blasters on, motors, dust extractors, and everything seems to add up. And obviously energy just seems to, prices just keep going up and up, which is frustrating, especially when you get the calls at the energy people, because sometimes we can get like 3 different firms ringing up and they all sound the same. So they're all from Newcastle or Sunderland, and to me they all sound the same, so I end up getting dealt with it, and then half the time I don't know who I'm speaking to, which is a bit frustrating, but I just go along with it. But the best thing is I've started to pick up a lot of information about the energy and how it works. It's not just your unit rate and your standing charge. There's so much more to it. Half the people are just salespeople. They just want the sales over the line. Most of them aren't interested. So you can start to spin it back on them, if you know what I mean. Start hitting them with questions half the time. They don't know what the questions are, which is, but they're just salespeople, aren't they? So you've got to think what's going to be best for the business, what's best for the firm. So in terms of like your standing charge, sometimes your standing charge is a large amount of money in it. So sometimes that can be more than the unit rate. That can be, there's so much more to it, and it can be quite frustrating. But we've got to try and find what's best for us, which is stressful. The pressure vessel guy still sat there on the pallet, but hopefully busy day. I'm not going to film making this other pressure vessel because obviously we've already filmed that in previous MC Weekly episode number 7. This is obviously episode number 8. Still going strong, still going. Everyone thinks I'm a bit nuts. You don't understand why we're doing it, especially these here, but hopefully over the next couple of weeks, months and years we can build it up, and then obviously it leads to new avenues in the business, which is great. But got a little bits to go ahead with, not major, like so that'll be it for the Monday. So
Do for you, alright?
alright, thank you.
What's your name, by the way, buddy?
Jake.
Jake, okay. Thank you very much, Jake. I'll go see if I can speak to the account manager now, alright?
Alright, see you later.
Cheers, bye-bye.
So we have had the energy fellas out, which was good this afternoon, sort of giving me a bit of understanding where I need to be and what I want to do and how I can expand one day, and that's in the future and what I'll have to do for them. So I'll have to get some new cables put in, but it is what it is. But it's given us an understanding, which is a good thing, especially because energy is up through the roof. It's not what we want, but standing charges, KVA, distribution charges, just before you use any electricity. But we know where we're at, which is fantastic. We've just got to get prices for our energy contract, which is due. Just had them on another firm. I get too many firms in England, and I think many businesses will understand it's quite frustrating when they ring all the time, but there's nothing we can really do on that part. Obviously they're only doing the job. They are salespeople at the end of the day, so frustrating, yeah. But we cast the SG today, the post and a couple of other little things. Spin him up. Yep. which we'll knock out tomorrow because we don't knock them out on the same day. We don't need to. But we have moulded the other pressure vessel, and Steve is started dressing the other one because we had another load of pipes that come in today. All the blasting is finished, so I rang that customer. He's coming tomorrow to come pick all that up on the little truck parts that we were doing, which is great. I don't think you've ever seen the office. Look, extremely old school. There's no heroes in that, by the way. Paul's at them on. Can't wait to get this office changed. Unfortunately, this horrible mud effect, we're going to get into it. Stay tuned because I've got some great ideas of what to do. So it is Wednesday morning, 10 to 8, the lads aren't in yet. Yesterday we knocked all of our jobs out, which I'll go and show you in a minute. Decent day. We also started planning to where I needed to be with my energy contracts, which is frustrating, but it's what we've got to do. So, what was I going to say? No, I need something to say. What did we do yesterday? So it is Wednesday morning. We didn't do any filming yesterday. We knocked all the jobs out that we cast on Monday. The ductile jobs. All the jobs have come out alright. Most of the jobs now we had Steve finish them because they need to go out. So I'll go and show you them. The post, we had the fella ring about the posts. He wanted some like gate posts to go with that one. For me, that one is the gate post, and I'll show you that one. You'll understand why that is the gate post. But he said they're too big. He wants something smaller, so it's probably going to end up being box section. Don't know how long it'll last, but each to their own. We had a load of pipes that come in yesterday. They've gone out. Well, the driver waited while they get done. It is what it is. So decent little job. There was only 4, so it wasn't too much on Steve. Still waiting for an update on my quotation for our what's it called, motor. Need that to come back today. We're getting the energy guys to come back out and put a meter on to see how much electricity we'll actually use at one point. So we've got the mold, none of the moulds ready as well for the pressure vessel, which technically we could cast today, but we're going to hold it off because we wanted to cast it tomorrow and I can get a proper reading on what the furnace pulls out, which is something that I want to know, because obviously I think that's the thing that's killing me at the moment. Energy's just boom, 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 boom. It's like that Costco guy. Right, let's go have a look at the castings and see where we're at. Right, so first the post. Still got the runner and the riser on, but I'll show you what I mean. Right, in fact, I'll show you theirs first. So this is the post, obviously, that the customer brought. These are actually separate. They're not a part of the post. However, we thought, well, he's going to want it identical, so we'll cast them in. So this is what we got. So obviously the runner and the riser is still on. There's the runner, and here's our riser. And we've cast them on. We even got the little lugs, got all that on the inside, and the gate latch part as well. So that's the lock and that's the latch. Well, to me, we've done very well to get them in, because obviously it's dead square, etc. So that's what the post looks like now. Obviously it has got to be finished, so it'll all be dressed down, joint levelled, grinded down. But don't forget, we had our own core and that in this, and it's come out pretty sound. Obviously you can see the big girls there, which is good. But the other pressure vessel, obviously you've just seen the other one, that is now all ready near enough. Here's one part, another part. There is the big main core that sits in it, which is that one. I'll give you a little twirl of air. This part is our lifter. Little cores. They have two little end caps and another caps. What's it called? The end cap, and it's like a little door. So there's a little door pattern. The end cap's in the moulding box, so that needs to be finished off so we can get that out. But the spindles that we obviously casted, that were the main thing that we needed to get done, are all now done. Which I'll show you. Freaking hell, this hair's all over the place. Let's have a little closer look. Look at them. Look at the detail that you get though. Everything is lovely. Well, there are 5 in total. These little rings. Give you a little closer look. Jeez. What's happening? That's what they look like finished. Come out lovely. But then we had these little lugs as well. I think they're off the little truck parts what the door sits on, and then they move and that keeps the door shut. Yeah, so we had 2 of them, 2 in a box. Ran like that, ran in there. Nice little job. So it is Thursday morning of MC Weekly episode number 8. Still can't believe we're doing it, but we said we're going to do it and we're still going for it. So, yesterday we were finishing off the pressure vessel number 2, which is now all complete. We could have cast it technically yesterday, but we were holding off because we were getting a meter supposedly going on our meter, check how much electricity usage we are using. I know a lot of it's been about energy this week, but it frustrates me. It really winds me up. But here she is. She's now ready. Just making the little parts that go with it. So I'll turn you around, and this is what I mean by put it in the sandpit. As you can see, we're about 4 boxes deep from the bottom. There's a load of boxes in total. But then our runner now is there. And if we didn't, the runner would have been up probably to about the top of the bath weight. Would have been about there. And then if you can imagine that with the ladle and then the wheel and the handle, you like that trying to cast it. And obviously it's not very practical. The hair's on point, innit? Huh? Not. But it was a good job we didn't cast, because we got sent some top hats and we've got to make 4 of them, and you'll understand why I call them a top hat, because they look like top hats. Some sort of wheel. They'll all be machined, so we've got 4 of them to make, so we're going to make them so we can just cast them as well, throw a bit more metal in because it's all cast iron, so it's all sound. So that's really it. Steve finished the post and where he had to cut the lug off, which is turning around on our big beast of an aluminium old school trolley. Wheels are nearly coming off, but she does the job. As you can see, we've even put our name on it. And what you can see here, they're not very nice looking, but they're the studs. Obviously you can see the older one there in the background, and this is the new one, exactly the same. That's obviously got that core print still in, so it needs to come out. But the studs, so what the studs are, so when you put the core in, and obviously with the core holders at one end, you've got nothing to hold at the other end. and obviously when the metal goes in, it can move it moves around the core, and then it could move the core. So the studs get infused with the metal with the heat, so they get like welded together, sort of terminology I think it is. But they stop the core from moving, and obviously you need that because if the core rises, and then you get holes, if the core sinks, etc. You get the gist. So that's why we put studs in. To be honest, I hate using studs myself. If I could avoid it, I would. But you've got to use them. You'd have different sizes of studs as well, so we've got a little thin one. Yeah, if you get what I mean, you get different sizes. Studs not all one size. Pressure vessel number 1 is finished. This is full pallet size. It's got a little end cap. It's got another cap on the other side, which I'll show you now. Let me pull you down, which is there. So yeah, it would have been ideal if we could have got both out by the end of the month, so we can get the invoice out. But it is what it is. Nothing we can really do on that part. But they're all also going to our local machine shop that we use. It's literally 2 minutes on the other side of the road, basically, around the back. They're doing the machining. Obviously, if you keep everything sorted together, it gets done. Because you've got no like delivery times, you save a day. So next week he'll get both of them. He's going to come and pick them up in his flatback. I'm not fitting both in the van at once. Yeah, so they're getting done by our local machine shop, so obviously we can now offer the machine service, so we can obviously produce the full part of the casting, pattern, machined, etc. Painted, coated, whatever is needed, we'll do it all. Saves the customer time, saves anyone who wants castings time, saves them the hard work of getting all the prices, etc. We just pass the prices on. Obviously in terms of business, yes, it is good, but it is what it is, and that is business. That's how you make money, isn't it? So you make money without touching the job, technically, because you can put your little margins on it, as you still have to do a bit of work. But that's so far. So today we should be casting once they're moulded. I'm back in the office again because I need to do office work, unfortunately, the fun part of the job. So let's go. Yeah, so it is Friday. Yesterday we had a cast iron, so we cleared the floor, what jobs we had. So we cast the other pressure vessel. Steve's dressing that now, because it's midday now. The top hats, they were all done, they're all cast, they're now dressed as well, ready to go. But Steve had a bit of a stinker. So we have this little prototype thing, it's 3D printed. It's been a little bit tricky because of the size and the thinness. So we cast it and it come out well. And Steve had it in the vise, and as he's had it in the vise, we can't clamp it too tight because it'll break with it being so thin. And as he was cutting the runner off, it fell out the vise. And with the runner being heavier than the job, it broke. But here's the job. And there's no end now. There's the end. It is what it is, just got to make it again. I've got more iron on anyway, so it's no problem. But the sandpit is backfilled in. It looks a bit more like a sandpit now. So what we actually do is we've got boards. Boards will sit on top of there, and then all our crane weights, because we don't really use it that much, the sandpit, all the crane weights go back on top. Just fell in the hole there. Fire bars, got a couple of fire bars on. They were on a board, but we've taken them off the board because I ain't using a board myself. It does me head in. I'd rather just bed it in the box, mould it in the box. You just ram it up anyway. Fire bars stay forward. There was 30 of one and there's only 2, and then there's 20 of another one. And you're like, it's annoying. But what we've done is we put the little one in with the other ones, and then obviously they're in our own box. There's the top. Needs finishing obviously, but gives you a bit of a it'll give you a bit of an idea of what it actually is. I'm waiting on a skip to come so I can knock the rest of the box out. But it's all knocked out. Aluminium end caps are back on again, so I think we've already done videos on them, so you'll have already seen Steve in the yard dressing the vessel. Got a rush job coming in. Well, not much of a rush job. A customer's contacted us over a plaque. It's got to be delivered by the 10th of March. So we've been back and forth with the people who make our templates for our plaques. We've just got the go ahead, so that's getting made, but that takes 5 working days. So that's going to be the end of next week. And the 10th of March is not next week, the Monday after. So it's going to be a bit of a rush. We'll get it done. We always do. But that's what's on. A couple of coats been done, but busy little Friday.